Weeblo Scouts for Activity 5, Hiking and Leaf Rubbing, Hemp Hill, Camino Real, Blanco Vista Elementary, and all others are welcome.
For more fun activities at home, visit our YouTube channel, Sacred Springs Scout Reach. Please join me in the Scout Oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Please join me in the Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. A Scout is courteous. A Scout is polite to everyone, regardless of age or position. He knows that using good manners makes it easier for people to get along. A Scout is courteous.
Show the Cub Scout sign. Tell what it means. Make the sign with your right hand. Hold your arm straight up. The two raised fingers stand for the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. The fingers look like the sharp ears of the wolf, ready to listen to Okela. Remember that Okela means good leader to a Cub Scout. Your mother or father or guardian is Okela. So is your Cub Master or your den leader. At school, your teacher is Okela.
Show the Cub Scout handshake. Tell what it means. When you shake hands with another Cub Scout, do this. Hold out your right hand, just as you always do to shake hands, but then put your first two fingers along the inside of the other boy's wrist. This means that you help each other to remember and obey the Scout Oath and Scout Law.
Say the Cub Scout motto. Tell what it means. The Cub Scout motto is do your best. A motto is a guiding principle and a rule for living. Do your best means trying your hardest, not just a little bit. Do your best all the time. Do your best in school and at home. Do your best when you play a game and help your team. Do your best as you work on your rank adventures.
Weeblo's Walkabout. My dad told me one time that there are 4 million miles of roads in America. That's a whole lot of pavement. But guess what? Some of the coolest places to visit are far from any road. In fact, the only way to get to the best campsites, fishing spots, and scenic overlooks is to hike to them. Of course, there are also some cool places to explore closer to home, including city parks, old railroad beds that have been turned into trails, and even your own neighborhood. You'll be amazed at how much more you can see when you walk instead of ride in a car. Hiking is what the Weeblo's Walkabout adventure is all about. With boots on your feet and a pack on your back, you never know where you can go.
Requirement 5. Recite the outdoor code and the leave no trace principles for kids from memory. Talk about how you can demonstrate them on your Webelos adventures. A Scout's responsibility to the outdoors. Much of Scouting, including Cub Scouting, happens outside. In order to do their part in preserving the natural world, Scouts of all ages dedicate themselves to practicing the ideas held by two important sets of guidelines. The Outdoor Code. For more than 60 years, the Outdoor Code has been a guide for Scouts in the outdoors. Remember to do your best by showing respect for the outdoors and by learning and upholding the Outdoor Code. The Outdoor Code. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners, be careful with fire, be considerate in the outdoors, and be conservation-minded. Being clean in your outdoor manners, careful with fire, and considerate means you can enjoy the outdoors in ways that do no harm to the environment. Being conservation-minded encourages the protection and thoughtful use of natural resources and doing your part to improve the condition of the land and the environment. As a Cub Scout, you will learn to use the Leave No Trace principles for kids to help you take care of an area where you hike or camp.
Leave no trace principles for kids. 1. Know before you go. Find out about the place you're going to camp ahead of time. Are there rules you need to know about? Are any activities against the rules? Is water available? Do you need to bring anything special? 2. Choose the right path. Always walk on trails, even if that means getting your boots muddy. Don't take shortcuts. Set up tents in marked camping areas. 3. Trash your trash. Use bathroom facilities when available. Follow campground rules for handling dishwater. Pack out all your trash unless the campground has trash pickup. 4. Leave what you find. Leave any natural treasures where you find them so other campers can enjoy them too. If you want a souvenir of your camp out, take a picture. A good saying to remember is leave nothing but footprints, take nothing but pictures, kill nothing but time. 5. Be careful with fire. Cook on a camp stove or grill whenever possible. It is easier and less messy than cooking over an open fire. Only build fires in designated fire rings. Always have someone keep an eye on your fire until it is dead out. 6. Respect wildlife. Travel quietly and give animals enough space that you don't disturb them. Getting too close to an animal can potentially hurt the animal and you. Take pictures from a safe distance. You're visiting the animal's home, so be considerate. 7. Be kind to other visitors. Be respectful of other visitors by keeping noise down and not entering other groups' campsites without permission. Be polite to other people you meet. Give them the respect you expect from them. To help you remember the outdoor code and the Leave No Trace principles for kids, you can find them in the back of your handbook. The member-driven Leave No Trace Center for Outdoor Ethics teaches people how to enjoy the outdoors responsibly. This copyrighted information has been reprinted with permission from the Leave No Trace Center for Outdoor Ethics, www.lnt.org.
Requirement 1. Create a hike plan. Before you take a hike, you need to have a plan. Where are you going? How far will you hike? How long will the hike take? What will you do along the trail? How fast can you hike? On a 3-mile hike, most Finns can expect to average about 1 to 2 miles an hour, including stops. To create your hike plan, work with your den leader to decide the following information: hike location, hike distance, gathering place, gathering time, hike start time, hike finish time, and other information. If you are planning to use an existing trail, the state park, or for example, try to get a copy of the trail map. Study it ahead of time to learn more about the trail. Is the trail easy or hard? Where can you get your water and go to the bathroom? Is there a good place along the trail to eat lunch? If you're making up your own route, work with your den leader to create a map. Requirement 2, assemble a hiking first aid kit. When you're hiking, you have to take care of any minor emergencies that come up. The Scout motto is be prepared. One way to be prepared is to carry a first aid kit wherever you go hiking.
Requirement 4. Before you hike, Plan and prepare a nutritious lunch. Enjoy it on your hike and clean up afterward. Eating is fun, especially when you've been working hard. You don't want hunger to keep you from finishing your hike or having a great time with your den, so it's important to bring plenty of food on your trek. Work with your den to plan a nutritious lunch that everyone can enjoy. First, be sure you know if any scouts have food allergies. Next, brainstorm with your den what to make. Remember to think about food that will be filling and easy to carry. You'll be taking any trash with you when you leave, so simple foods are best. One great thing about trail food is that you usually don't have dishes to wash. Just bag your trash and carry it out in your day pack. Sample trail lunch. PB&J pita sandwiches. Before the hike, spread peanut butter and jelly in pita pockets and place them in plastic bags. Astronauts sometimes enjoy PB&J sandwiches made with tortillas. They don't create breadcrumbs, which can be a problem in a space station. Trail mix. Before the hike, make your own mixture of any of these items. Raisins, granola clusters, cereal, candy-coated chocolate, pretzels, dried fruit, nuts, sunflower seeds, beef jerky, apple or orange, and water.
Requirement 6. With your wheel plugged in or with a family member, hike 3 miles, in the country if possible. Once you have a plan and are ready for emergencies, it's time to go hiking. Unlike camping, hiking doesn't require a lot of equipment. There are some things you should always carry, however. You might have used the Cub Scout 6 Essentials in the past. Since you're preparing to be a scout, you can use a new list that includes some additional essential items. They are called the Scout Basic Essentials. The Scout Basic Essential: first aid kit, extra clothing, rain gear, filled water bottle, pocket knife if you've earned your whittling chip, flashlight, trail food, sun protection, map and compass. As a scout, you can earn your fireman chit that will allow you to carry matches and a fire starter. What else should you take on your hike? A whistle isn't on the Scout Basic Essentials list, but it might be appropriate to bring one on a hike. You might also want insect repellent or another item. What should you leave at home? When you go hiking, you have to take care of your feet. High-top shoes or boots are the best because they keep out rocks and sand and help protect your ankles. Your shoes should fit fairly tightly around your heel, but there should be room to wiggle your toes. If your shoes don't fit well, you can get blisters, and that's no fun. When you get new boots or shoes, always break them in by wearing them part of every day for a week or more before you go hiking. Socks are almost as important as shoes. They soak up moisture and cushion your feet. Hiking socks made of polypropylene or a wool nylon blend work better than cotton socks. Take an extra pair on your hike and put them on at your lunch break. Your feet will thank you.
How to hike. You may know how to walk, but hiking is different. Here are some things that make hiking easy and fun. Look around. Unless the trail is rocky or uneven, stop looking at your feet and start looking at the world around you. Spread out on the trail so you can see more than your buddy's back. Take breaks. Plan to stop for 10 minutes after every 30 minutes of hiking. Stretch your muscles and study the world around you. Make sure everyone gets to rest. If possible, take breaks after you climb big hills, not before. So the hiking will be easy when you start up again. Stay on the trail. Don't go around muddy spots or take shortcuts. That makes trails wider and damages the environment. Walk in single file. If you're hiking along a road, stay in single file on the left side. Wear white or reflective clothing or carry a flashlight. Respect other hikers. Don't be too noisy. If If you meet other people, give them the right of way, especially if they are going uphill or they're on horseback.
Hiking plan. Complete this form before departing on a hike and leave it with a reliable person who can be depended upon to notify authorities in case you do not return as scheduled. A word of caution. In case you are delayed and it is not an emergency, inform those with your hiking plan of your delay in order to avoid an unnecessary search. This plan consists of the name of the person filing the plan and their telephone number. Name each person on the hike and a telephone number to reach them. If you have a walkie-talkie, tell what type and your call sign. Then put your trip plans, where you leave from, where you're going to, and which route you plan to take, what date and time you plan to leave, and what date and time you plan to return. The alternate route if bad weather is encountered. Then, very important, a description of the automobile that you're using, the make, color, license number, and where it will be parked. If you don't return by the date and time you put up above, call the local authority and you fill in the police department or sheriff's office and their telephone number. Great parks and trails near you. San Marcos, Texas, Spring Lake Natural Area, 685 Lime Kiln Road, San Marcos, Texas, 78666. Website, smgreenbelt.org. Purgatory Natural Area, 3 entrances and more trails. See website, smgreenbelt.org.
Historic Stagecoach Park, 880 Main Street, Utica, Texas, 78610.
Another place to hike or visit, Lake Kyle and Park Headquarters, 700 Lehman Road, Kyle, Texas, 78640. The website is cityofkyle.com/recreation.
These are the rules that everyone will be using to play Foursquare during recess.
The Foursquare is get to the A box and stay there as long as you can stay.
The server starts in the triangle, they bounce the ball on the ground, and they need to hit it into box C.
You can strike the ball with a closed fist or open hand.
It's okay to stand outside of your box as long as you're not interfering with any of the other players.
If the ball bounces in your box, it's your job to hit it into somebody else's box. No one may hit it for you.
Ways to get yourself out of the game would be to serve into the wrong box.
If your hit goes out of bounds.
If it bounces in your box more than once.
If you catch or throw a ball.
If you hit the ball before it has a chance to bounce in your square.
If your hit hits any of the middle lines, you are out. Any person that's out leaves and everybody else rotates up one box.
Now that you know the rules that we are going to use in Foursquare, you can get out and play the games correctly.
Join us next time for Activity 6 to learn about plants and family healthy habits. If you are interested in joining a pack near you, visit beascout.scouting.org.